Alright, what up there, people? It is today. You already know what today's about. We're finally about to take this thing on a ride. It's not going to be a super long ride. I don't want to go anywhere too crazy, honestly, because it's just been such a long time. I kind of just want to go around my little circle, go around my little area that I haven't really been to in quite some time. There's been a lot of changes. Just spinning back around that area kind of for the entire camera test that I've been doing. It seems like they opened up the roads. I just want to check them out. It's been a while since I've really been down there. But for this video, honestly, I'm going to be doing a whole lot of repeating myself. But I guess before I do too much repeating myself, right now I'm going to talk about the camera setup because it's broad daylight, as you can see. I'm on the GoPro 12. We are messing around with hyperview. But I actually have HDR off. I think for whatever next drive I do, I want to do HDR on and just see the difference. The time of day will probably be different, but I just want to see the difference. I'm kind of having a theory with the settings on this GoPro. Its ISO being at 800. It seems like this GoPro 12 can get darker than the GoPro 9. So 800 ISO or 400 ISO on the GoPro 12 compared to the 400 ISO on the GoPro 9. The GoPro 12 is darker. And I feel like I'm getting the same thing even with the ISO 800. But anyways, let's get out of here. First thing first, I want to repeat myself on is, man, it feels good to be back. It feels good to be back out. I just have not been riding at all. Wait, what? What are you doing? Buddy, you don't have a stop sign. I guess they're going to let me go, but the problem is I don't know if that pickup truck was going to do the same, so I kind of just stood there. I forgot this turns into a one lane, so I definitely could have went in front of them. Yeah, I haven't really been riding ever since the crash. So for the last few months, I've only gone to places I may needed to go. Like for the build, I went and got me a reciprocating saw, so I had to go pick that up from Lowe's. So I've been just barely here and there doing small amount of riding on the Surron for those reasons. But besides that, I have not been riding. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to mention while I was in the garage. This dumbass adhesive, or the adhesive on this new mount I got, is sticking on the helmet fine, but it keeps peeling off of the actual mount itself. So I'm really hoping the GoPro doesn't fall off. I'm 2 seconds from JB welding this shit. I paid $35 to get a proper chin mount to finally properly fit around the helmet, just to still deal with it being loose. But anyways, yeah, I haven't been riding, so to just be out here again, it feels great. And not only does it feel great to just ride again, we're riding on a new bike. New, bigger, better. Again, I'm gonna be repeating myself, so when it just comes to this bike, it's just all around better. I can't quite think of anything that the older bike has better than this one. I literally can't. I was about to say, you know what? The rear brake, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I could apply a disc brake to the rear, to the Bobber's old rear. See this new road right here? I've never further going down. I've turned right where that car just turned, doing the little camera test, but I've never gone down here. Last time I was down here was with Simply Nate, and I was so confused, and I realized, wait a minute, this is a new road. So I wonder if that dirt area crosses. So that's why we're going down here. But anyways, yeah, I could put a rear rotor on the old bobber. Problem is, it's the space. Again, that wheel does not belong on that frame, so the space might stop me. But if there's enough space for me to put a rotor and a caliper back there, I don't see why not a caliper if I could do a rotor. That's it. This has drum brakes, so which is something I tend to forget about, that I have a rear drum brake, which means I gotta take this entire wheel off in order to replace my pads. So that'll be fun. But it just feels so good to be back out. We're here with a new bike. This thing's just it's just overall better. Such a smooth ride. And again, I guess another plus the old bike would have is it's lighter, but this being heavier, I actually don't mind it. It's gonna be heavier because it's bigger, so you know, that allows me to fit the bigger motor, bigger battery, and I don't mind it being heavier. Because you know, I'm trying to get me some more bikes. I think I've said this many times, but I'm trying to get me some, I would like to get me some gas bikes one day. I love cruisers, so it's gonna be a cruiser. It is gonna be heavy. So I'm already getting used to the weight when it comes to this bike being 450 pounds. 449.4 pounds specifically. So I'm not bothered by the weight. Sheesh. Oh shit, this is a turning lane. Well, no one's here. This shit, I hate these cone shit. They're so confusing. And you know what? We might as well talk about it since we keep going through these very, very rough bumps on this goddamn road. I thought that was a giant pothole. It's just a pile of dirt. Is how smooth this thing is. Again, I said it in the review. No clearance issues. None. See that bump right there? If I would have hit that on the old bobber, that would have hurt. And I would have hurt my back tire scrape. None of that with this bike. Everything is OEM. It's just beautiful. I'm driving real slow right now. I'm cruising. I'm actually also not fully charged. Oh shit. We're here. I just realized that. So originally this whole area was just dirt. But now it crosses, but they're proclaiming it's closed. I see some bikers back there, some pedal bikers. I'm tempted to go back there. I think I'm gonna do it. There's no one else back there. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Yeah, there was a water tunnelage down there. So, did they build a bridge or something, or does it just end? Did they not finish it? I'm curious. So we about to be going down here. But yeah, man, this thing is just so smooth. No more clearance issues. No more rough riding. Feeling like I'm on a half-ass hardtail because the suspension gets cut off and our wheel bounces on the back of where the controller had to sit. It's just better. I think there was a water tunnel area down here. That might be what that wall is. Maybe they did do something. Maybe we're crossing. Okay. They're building houses back here. That's why they did this. Makes sense. And they indeed did build a bridge. So we're crossing over right now, but hey, look at that guy. We're not the only ones having fun on a Sunday. So they even got lights back here. Ah, see, I ain't been down here so long. Last time I was down here, I didn't see none of this. It was just a road. I also didn't fully go down the road. We're gonna do a UE now, though. Shit, they up in there. I hear somebody. But anyway, it's just overall, this bike is just beautiful. I've had no major issues with it. I've only had two. So during top speed testing, I was doing that for the review and wasn't able to test it, but when I first went to just like hit it and pull off, it cut out and had a phase overflow protection. And then during the second day, I would try it again on a different road, which this is a really nice long flat road, I'm not gonna lie. No stop signs neither. But I tried it on a different road and I think I did it again. I didn't have my phone to see if that was actually what happened or if it was something else. And I had my phone on me, but it cut out and I assumed it was that. Luckily, all I had to do was turn it off, turn it back on. I got to stand still because weirdly with this controller, if the motor's spinning, you'll hear two beeps when you turn it on. When the motor's spinning, the beep is just constant. You have to stop. The motor has to not be moving. So I guess that's just a far driver thing. But yeah, I had that, and then during the assuming the overflow protection again, we're gonna do this little circle. We're gonna roam through this nice little area right here. But during that, after I went to pull off and then it cut off again, I think I was able to open the app up. I opened it up quickly and it said I had a throttle error. The throttle error never happened again, but the phase overflow, it happened twice. Or no, actually I don't remember. I don't know if the phase overflow happened twice. I think the second one was the throttle error, because now I'm thinking about it, I don't think I cut off during that speed test. I didn't cut off when I went to hit it in gear 3. It cut off when I went in gear 1, and that's when it said throttle error. I was able to open the app fast enough. I don't remember too much. Either I had it cut off on me 2 or 3 times. No, that's right. Okay. Yeah, no, that's right. I forgot. Okay, no, it did cut off twice. That's right. No, it did cut off once. I'm thinking of the throttle error and I'm mixing the two. So it cut off because the phase overflow during the first test. The second one was all good. After I turned the bike back on, I was in gear 1. I went to pull off, I hit the corner and I was going, and then it just stopped. I felt the power go off. I was like, cop. I'm assuming for the phase overflow error, if I have that again, it's probably because I just need to do a proper tune. I'm still learning this far controller, so I'm not going to go into details about my settings right now. They're good enough where I can stay in gear 1 and gear 2 and not have to deal with it. Shit, if anything, I'm just trying to cruise, so we can go in gear 1. But sheesh, it's a little rough. But yeah, so that's really the only problems I've had with this bike. Nothing else too crazy. Honestly, I wanna sit somewhere real quick. I don't know if any construction people are here, but let's not go in the dirt. We're just gonna go on the road. I just wanna, let's get another good look at this bike. But yeah, man, no more of those issues. Again, I think just for the controller issues, I just gotta tune this thing. Like my Voto controller to old Bobber, that gave me problems too. I had to figure out how to properly tune it up. Once I got the tune I liked, no more errors. I haven't touched the settings on that controller since. So it's been probably like a year now. Well, definitely a year now since I did get hit by a car. So we're not driving that bike. But yeah, I left the settings at that. So just trying to do the same thing here. I think once I figure out, that problem will probably go away. Because I tried to search it up. No one else was having that error. So for all I know, I could have my phase amps too high. Who knows? I gotta look into it. But look at this thing, man. Long story short, this bike is just so much better in so much different ways. One of them being this OEM. OEM wheels, OEM suspension, OEM brakes. So no more pit bike brakes on a damn near 300-pound bike. And this being a bigger bike, that means a bigger motor. So more power, more speed, and a bigger battery for more range. The old bike, I was trying to do a lot to try and put a good amount of power into it, but it was almost too much to fit into such a small frame, which actually it was. I still kind of made it work, but again, it came with clearance issues and all that. It could even fit the peanut gas tank that I had on it. I think those are called peanut gas tanks. I can't remember. We're all OEM here, and it's just beautiful. But you know what? We've seen the new bike. We know we got new cameras now, proper mics for our unboxings and review types setups of videos. The one thing I haven't showed y'all though, your boy got some new gear. Hold on, let me get the phone out. Bam! Yes sir, your boy got some new gear. Okay, I got it in a damn crash. I ain't want to start riding, but I gotta be safe. I got the motorcycle pants, so the legs are protected. If I can get the zipper down, I can't see it. Ah shit, I can't feel it neither. Yes sir. We got the armor. Gotta get the armor. Even got a new pair of goggles. Y'all probably already noticed the gloves as we were driving. The old gloves, they were cool, but they're starting to rip. They're old. They're like 4 years old. I got them when I did the moped build, so the Velcro strapping on the clothes, if y'all probably saw for the longest amount of time. I got some gear up here. For the goggles, the old ones, those were also old. I got those around the same time, so about 4 years ago. The foam was ripping off the eye part, so the plastic would be all up on my nose. Very uncomfortable, and started getting air in my eyes, so they became pointless. If anything, they were shooting air into my eyes, so that made it feel worse. We are all geared up. The one cool thing about those goggles, they were lens switchable, but these also are. These have magnetic lens, so they're even easier to switch. I got some old, I bought clear ones at home for nighttime, but they ended up seeing me some pinkish reddish ones. But they're still very clear, and I can still see just fine at night. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. They kind of look cooler than just the straight up clear. But we're geared. Okay, we got the gear. And these being bigger, keeps more air out the helmet. And they just look cooler. Let's get back on the road. I ain't got my extended battery because I ain't expect to be out here too long, but these batteries only last so long. I gotta maneuver this big boy. We gotta get back on the right side of the road. Sheesh. That just reminded me too about this bike that I'm absolutely loving. We're all OEM, bigger, comfortable, no clearance issues. Man, all these bumps I'm going over, they sound rough, but I'm telling you, they genuinely don't hurt. But another thing I never mentioned, you see our foot pegs set up. If you haven't noticed, the foot pegs are actually, because I want to do mid pegs, I got that design idea from Lane Split Boulevard. Shout out to him. I was watching so much of his videos during this build, to be honest. A lot of this build and a lot of where I got some of these parts were inspired by him. But I gotta mention of just how lovely these foot pegs are. My old foot peg mounts could have been better. At the time I didn't buy any round tubing, which I kind of wanted. I kind of had the idea, I just didn't know where to hook it up, but it was simple. I just thought the design would be weird and I ended up not doing it, but I'm gonna definitely do it when I fix that bike up. That flat angled bar design I had, or the flat, using the flat angle steel, not great. Absolutely not great. But these foot pegs are sturdy. That's what I'm trying to say. These foot pegs are very, very sturdy. They don't feel wobbly. They don't feel like if I put too much weight on them, they're gonna bend. As a matter of fact, now don't get me wrong, I am only 120 pounds. Probably like 122 with this gear on. But they're so strong, I can do this. Yep, beautiful. I'm on a 450-pound scooter. If I would have tried to do that on my old pegs, you best believe they would have broke. And again, that's with a guy that's only 120 pounds. But now that we've kind of gone down this way, I gotta absolutely check out an area that I'm sure is exactly the same, but because I just haven't been down there so long, I gotta catch this view. Speaking of a view, golly, look at this view. Again, remembering I am not in my HDR mode setting. I wonder if this is gonna look a little weird, a little dark. I honestly feel like, again, because the GoPro 12 is surprisingly darker than the GoPro 9, that might be why HDR is so much brighter. And it's not even really like super bright, it's just, these settings are really dark. I'm more likely just gonna keep HDR on, but maybe off camera I'll try out a setting my ISO at 1600 to see how it looks. But I'm probably gonna keep HDR on. I like the way it looks. I like the way it makes things look. And I think it does do a good job of keeping overexposed lighting, like the sunlight and the clouds or whatever that might be flashing in our faces during a certain time of day. It'll keep that out, or keep it from being so bright, and just make things look a little more natural. I feel like it gives better coloring too. A lot better coloring in the trees and shit. So, but again, I want to catch a view. I want to catch a view. This can also be a test to our suspension and how smooth this bike is, because if you're a returning viewer, you might know where I'm about to go. That really nice uphill view. If you're new, well, I'm here to tell you that this route, there's also construction down there, and man, it is not smooth. Let's make sure my GoPro isn't falling off. Shit's scaring me now. I'm gonna just get the JB wheels, fuck the bullshit. It's a cheap helmet anyway. I don't care to keep the little mount on. I'm never going to want to take it off. This is the vlogging helmet right here, which I thought about paying a little more for a helmet. This helmet was only $69 or $70, I guess, $69.99. I think I'm paying a little more for a helmet that looks exactly the same, but not only does it have better colors, it being a Bell helmet, I would think that it's quite a bit higher quality, at least when it comes to the material inside, if not the outer shell. That's the Bell Model 3. It looks just like this helmet. This is what this mount was actually too. Look at this road. It's rough. That is smoother than I thought it would be. That's rougher. Oh, there's a pothole right there. I didn't run it over though. I missed it. A bug just smacked my goggles. I'm just now realizing that. Yeah, see, like those right there would hurt. Now you can hear my voice rattling as I go over them. So that's just how bumpy it is. It's really bumpy. Now, no, I'm not going that fast. I don't really need to. But regardless, this is just so much smoother. But it was bumpy, but it didn't actually hurt. It didn't hurt at all. It was nice. Creeping out, we're good. So, man, this bike is just, it's what the original SB was supposed to be. Big, powerful, rangy, and comfortable. And good looking. Now the old Bobber's still that, but it's missing a lot in the other attributes like comfortability. That's the main one. It's rangy. Well, compared to Project Flash, my first bike, it's definitely rangy. About double the range, damn near. Project Flash, I think I got up to 27 miles. Don't remember how much battery left, but I got up to 27 miles. Big Bobber, I think I've done 40 plus. I know the Summerlin ride I did with Jay, that was like safely 35 to 40 miles. I did up to 43, but the battery was so low that we were only able to do 10 miles per hour, and then eventually it was done. I had to walk it about a mile, literally a mile away from home. I had to walk it back, so I'd say 40 miles, 40, 41, 42. I'd say 40 for that bike. So a lot more miles, but it ain't this. Done 74.86, 74.80 something, so about 75 miles. But here we are. Let's capture this view. Yeah. I'm a little scared. I'd be a little scared of getting these rocks though with how heavy this bike is. You know, I still gotta learn how to properly handle this bike's weight when it comes to certain turns and shit. I'm just not used to it. Okay, we're rolling smoother than I thought we would. Maybe it's these fat ass tires. Well, fat rear tire. Look at this view. Look at the clouds in the background. This might be our thumbnail picture right here. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Just looking at this bike, I had the fender on it. I left it on from when I did trying to look at it during the review. I took it off before I came out here. It doesn't look terrible, but it's just not as good looking as, you know, it fenderless. Bobbers definitely look the best when they have no fender on the front. It's just, you know, like it did 2 days ago. It rained 2 days ago. When the rain is out, I need a fender. But I think this is me being lazy and I have to do the tedious work of taking it on and off. But I can literally take it on and off. So if it's raining, I gotta go and the rain just stopped, then I'll go ahead and put it on. That's another plus. We have fenders. That's only something I forgot to mention. Old bobber, no weight amount of fenders. Our rear, I could have forged something, but it would have been a little awkward. And not only that, it would have made the clearance issue even worse. The front, those little shitty pit bike forks absolutely had no way. It had no mounts like these. Only one for its original clamps, which would be up top, like your typical dirt bike, pit bike. But we got fenders now, okay? We got fenders. Shit, we got water cooling too. I'm loving it. I'm in love with this bike, man. Like, how can you not? Just look at it. I don't know what electric motorcycle. You may get an electric motorcycle that has more range, more power, more speed. Yeah. But what electric motorcycle you got that looks better than this? What electric motorcycle out there could you buy that looks better than this? I don't think there is one, okay? So before I go end this video off, I might play around with a little more power, a little more speed. We've been kind of doing a whole lot of cruising. But I do want to do a little more chatting now that I'm done yapping about this bike. I mean, not that it's not worth yapping about, but I kind of just want to talk about, because we do have such a rangy bike, and because the return is now here, because this bike has, whoa, shit. What did I just slip on? Okay, I think I just slipped on a rock. I just wanted to make sure that our tire just didn't go like strangely flat. Because that felt weird at first. Okay, no, I think our tire's perfectly fine. There might have been some rocks and dirt up in the tire. Alright, that was a little scary. But anyways, because we have such a bike now, we have such range, I absolutely have to return to specific certain spots. But not only do I need to return to certain spots, ooh, this downhill giving us some speed. Gear 1 ain't really torquey like that. That downhill force, baby. Not only do I have to revisit a lot of spots that I went to, we got to go further down because we have the range to do so. Again, 75 miles we have done on this bike. All Gear 1 still doing that while able to keep up with traffic and not having to do some, you know, what a lot of these manufacturers like to do. And that's have you believing you can do 100,000 miles, but they don't tell you that they did that going 10 miles per hour. That's the part they don't tell you. I did that keeping up with traffic for about 45 to 50, sometimes 55 miles per hour. Damn, I hate this road. They ain't get this road a damn traffic light. I can't see with this truck. Okay, we do look like we're in the clear. We're chilling. Hey, we got what looks like a nice bagger behind us. But anyways, we gotta go further. And there's certain areas that I would love to go, but just couldn't. It's just too far down. I'm literally thinking about going so far back out that I might even revisit my old house. And one of the reasons I would love to do that, well, actually two main reasons. When Project Flash was being built and I had my Nan robot, I had the Beach Cruiser, there was a couple of people down there. Now, who knows if they still live down there, because it has been like 3 years. There was a couple of people down there who loved our electric bikes, and then when I came out with the Project Flash, man, a few people down there were going crazy for it. They really liked it. So obviously, jeez, I could not imagine being on the old bobber with that mess. Again, didn't even hurt. It's a lot I forgot, it's a lot rougher on this side, so this is the true test. But anyways, so if those people are still possibly there in that general area, to see them again is like, you know, this is what we rolling now. They didn't get to see the second project. I'll be able to show them with pictures, but this is what we jumped up to. This is the third project right here, and just see how they're liking it. And one of the people said they used to ride motorcycles, but they crashed, so they're not really the biggest fan of. I think the motorcycle he used to have was something like a sports bike or something with low handlebars. So sports bike, naked bike, maybe a old school. He looked like an older guy, so maybe it was in his young days, who knows. So it could have been like an old school cafe racer. Damn, that's the reflection off my headlight. Shit, bright as hell. You know, it could have been all of that. So to now pop up with some with tall handlebars, sheesh, look at us feet down there. I think I just seen them in the tunnels. They feed. But to show them something like this, it would be kind of sick, you know? So I'd absolutely love to go down that area. And then just too, when I used to be down there, well, number one, never did it because I never thought about turning this channel into an e-bike channel. The virus 19 was out, so I don't know if they're still censoring people from saying that word. And we were just bored, couldn't go nowhere, so we was doing all that. So I never explored really like properly going down the area. The only times I kind of went a little bit further down was when I was like following my parents to certain stores or whatever, and I just felt like riding. I'm like, you know what, if I'm gonna ride, it's gonna be a far ride. Let's record it. So just to be able to go that far and see if I could like really try to explore that area a little bit again, that'd be kind of nice. But there's other areas I wanted to explore. I want to go back to, I gotta go back to Summerlin, man. I wanted to see a little more of that. Even though, not gonna lie, the ride I did with Jay, that was a pretty goddamn excellent one. But to go even further, I would love to go down Centennial. That's a decent area, just like Summerlin. Me and Jay also had a idea to drive down the Red Rock. Problem is, I could actually do it on the old bobber, but I would have to do it in gear one, and gear one with the old bobber could only do about 45 to 50, maybe 50 miles per hour, depending on the roads. With those roads where they're open, windy, probably like 45 to 48. Not too much slower, but not that fast. And, you know, people drive stupid. People drive really stupid. So I don't want to be driving on slow and have somebody driving like a jackass around me, and I'm getting rear-ended because they try to do some stupid maneuver and hit me and Jay. So, you know, to be able to at least do like 55, 60 comfortably, I feel a lot more comfortable doing that. And because of the range that this bike has, I won't have range anxiety like that. Just gotta do so much of those rides now. Look at this shit. Look at this. I wonder if it's because the rubber garments start to make it shake, because it started shaking like that before I even let go. I think I gotta get rid of these rubber things in here. I gotta get those metal ones, those steel ones that people always replace these VT600 joints with. And now that we're out here too, another thing I gotta do. Few people don't know that this bike is being built. Okay? Some people don't know what I'm doing at all. And one particular person that I really want to get the reaction of on camera, I've been telling them that I've been repairing the old bobber. As y'all saw in the beginning of the video, the old bobber it's still there, but it's still beat up. Can't wait to catch some live reactions of people's faces when they see this thing right here. I think a lot of people are going to like it. A lot of people are going to like it. They might even love it. The way some people acted over my old bobber, they might love this thing right here. Shit, during the whole entire build-up, man, I couldn't wait to catch y'all reaction. So I'm like, even y'all might love it. Alright, let's do a simple Yui. But like I said, ain't much else to say. This video wasn't gonna be nothing crazy, nothing too special, no special routes. But I just want to finally mention that your boy is officially back. It's official. New bike, new cameras, new gear. Trying to ride safe out here. Been riding a lot more careful. I'm not even gonna lie, during a few test riding of this bike, I already dealt with some dumbass riders. And dealing with these dummy drivers, no, I wouldn't have been in fault this time because the two dummies I dealt with ran stop signs. And I almost got in 2 bad crashes already. I just got back out here. I think it's about time I end this here before this camera turns off on me and I'm gonna be stuck at this light for 2 years. It has been, hope y'all enjoyed this short one, man. Something simple, nothing too crazy. I'm just letting y'all know that we are officially back. I'm sure y'all know, but I just want to say it. We are officially back in action. And again, we're going to be riding this one to death. So if y'all want to see a little more on this QS 180 90H motor we got here, I'm definitely going to be fucking around. Definitely gonna be fucking around. But I'm gonna say it one more time. It has been. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and hit the subscribe button to become electrified with the rest of the people. Get electric with the rest of the people. Stay tuned for more, and I'm out. Peace. There's a car behind me, so I should be able to go soon. Nope. Really? Oh, goddamn.